We get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
All right, now look at 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Gurley again here on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here we go. Green. Banjo.
Here's Goff now on second down. And incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it's 3rd and 4. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC. And he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Goff. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be first down Rams.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I know that play didn't work very well, but an old New York Giants quarterback taught me a lesson a long time ago. Sometimes running the draw actually takes courage and play calling. You're actually setting something up for later in the game, and just because it was unsuccessful then doesn't mean it won't be successful later.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
All right, here we go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's got time in the pocket. It's caught. Left side, Tammy. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
All right, here we go.
They're running with Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now look at 56. Look at 19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Watch him now, Marty. Detroit. Set.
Cousins now on second down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll bring up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks. So you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
Now Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
You know, when I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. And he motions the wide receiver. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And he's got Decker, left side. 23 yards on the play.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Here we go now.
And the wideout in motion. Throwing on third. Gone. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down. So on fourth down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
now
out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a handoff looking right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
Deep drop. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll be first down, Washington.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And they'll go on the ground. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Goff on the right side. This is Austin with a catch. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. Austin, the man in motion left. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He's got time. Going for the deep ball. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Here's Goff. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Goff on first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
We got three.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. And complete on the right side. It's Tammy. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And now with the play clock becoming a factor, Jeff Fisher's going to use a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the Rams call on Johnny Hekker here to punt it away on 4th down. .35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, here's Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Cousins now. Throws right side, and that's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. A first down throw for Cousins. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They come out here in the eye. Cousins now to throw on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he missed it. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now a second down throw for Cousins. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Rams have got it back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. And he puts it through. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And complete on the right side. It's Tammy. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. Third down now following the completed pass. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down.
Hurry up, watch it now, Barney, Barney. Motion.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
All right, now, look at 56. Go. Look at 56. All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot now, Barney.
Time running out here on the play clock. Out of his end zone, Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come up in an offset eye. Now they try the right side here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. Back near the goal line, Cousins. Out to the left, it's complete to Jackson. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They got the lead last time, had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Here we go.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Got a man, it's right. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Over.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jacob Tamme, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All right, now look at 56. Set. Green. Leopard. Back down it up. Billy. Here we go.
Cousins on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Second down, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So that penalty, the offense shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. Now 3rd and 16.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
3rd and long for Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here's Cousins, and he comes back with one complete. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They come out here in the eye. Cousins again. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Detroit!
Cousins now from the 50. Docks him with a grab over the middle. A good pickup there at 22. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and 2. Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd and 10, Goff. It's caught, left side, Tammy. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
Single. All right, here we go. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2.
Goff throwing again. Incomplete on the right side. It's Tammy. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
Goff going to throw it. Tammy's got it, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And now a first down following that long gain. Defense showing blitz.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Goff. Backing up. He's going to take a shot, and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Higbee, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.